It was Brownie Chronicles, getting right into a TV section. Lanterns, episode 2. Damn. So Hal gets repaid for being right about it being aliens and things being not what they seem by getting a shot right to the shoulder. Humble world, I guess they really don't want you there. Get on out of Rushville real quick, Hal. Macon feels like somebody who ever his benefactor is definitely has some kind of ability to know things that are way, way, way out of this world. Hint, hint, I'm wondering if it's somebody who has superpowers, abilities, or maybe will be the Manhunter they're looking for. Or like I said last episode, I'm wondering if the Manhunter may very be a fucking part of his compound and he's just not paying attention. Somebody today was like, what if it's Carrie? And I was like, I like Carrie. I think she does her job really well, but also she is kind of relaxed for a hospital not having any patients and a football field and a hospital having an alien detector instead of metal detectors. And in a small town in Nebraska, that's a lot of money. That takes years and tax dollars, not just all of a sudden appears overnight. And all of us to have a hospital that's just empty is absolutely insane to me. I'm pretty sure any city with a hospital has people inside of it, no matter what city it is. So that shit already screams weird. So I don't know, because now it really is John having to play Guess Who and Hal basically having to figure out what Manhunters have to do with the whole conversation, knowing something isn't right. I just thought it was so fucking mental that he really took 4 dead bodies and put them in the back of his car. Why did you need 4 dead bodies, Hal? Well, what's the purpose? You just wanted to make sure they were all alien when you went through the detector, or you just wanted to really drive around with 4 dead bodies? Because, fuck no. That's absolutely insane. You felt like it really was animosity in a moment when he sends John all the way back to Coast City. And you're like, was that really an actual lesson teaching them how to fly? Was that really sincere? Like, here's a lesson on how to fly? Or was it more just you'll figure it out when you figure it out, but here's a plane ticket because I knew you wouldn't figure it out because you don't got it. Yet in the same moment, we find out that him actually manifesting that bird and conjuring it up is actually a really cool power. And like, concentration is very, very impressive to be able to hold on to it that whole time. And that's what they tell him. Whatever we meet that's named as Anton and whatever the fuck they are, because they clearly aren't regular. Like I was saying, Aaron Pierre, outside of being John Stewart, the Green Lantern, that motherfucker is big. He is not a light man. And so to see it in layman's terms, them grabbing him and picking him up off the ground in the back of that van and throwing him side to side, I'm like, so they're alien. What alien? I don't know. Maybe they're not Manhunters because they're looking for Manhunters, but they're not that, I guess. So what the fuck are they? Also, are they going to show us what John saw? Are they going to show us whatever vibrations or whatever they shot into his head? Are they going to show us what that was? Because whatever it was like he was on straight drugs and woke up and could not recover fast enough, like sitting there and just trying to recuperate. Holy shit. Seeing Macon's wife again and her basically saying, I love my husband and he loves me. I chose him because out of all the women in the world, he chose me. Instead of some dumb bimbo, he really wanted me. So I'm okay with that. And she said, I'm glad you didn't find out that I was married, because he said, if I would have known you were married, I wouldn't have done that. And she said, well, I'm glad you didn't find out. Women are terrifying. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Back to Hal and just how he's moving. It's more like when he went to the city council meeting and everything, knowing that they really did not want him there and almost kind of pressing the issue. He's doing that thing where he's purposely being a nuisance so that you feel like you can't get rid of him, but that he's not just doing it out of the I don't even know, randomness of his heart, or just I'm trying to figure something out and make it an issue. No, he's doing it because he feels something really is off in this town and they don't want him to find out. When he asks Carrie when he's in the hospital bed and she's just like, this town feels like it's ripping itself apart and nobody's themselves. And those things, when you say it like that, you almost say it like something is festering under the surface that we can't see. And so in that exact statement, what is going on that is at play that you can't stop? And when he asked her again, you wanted the jurisdiction conversation when you knew you had alien technology on this field, which makes it my jurisdiction automatically. And she said, because I didn't want to fight you, I didn't want to fight that issue, and I figured that because he got through it, he wasn't going to be alien, but I was wrong, and admitted her faults and all those things. But still, he says, well, again, that doesn't answer the question as to why it's happening. And then when he asks where she's from, she says Gotham. I wonder if that has any significance at all, that she comes from Gotham, that she's seen different things. Maybe she's somebody who we don't know who she is truly yet. But yeah, definitely this episode was another one of those, just, I think you see John trying to trust Hal, but he really just can't. He wants to with all his might. When he was talking to Macon's wife, I can't think of her name, we saw her name one time, and telling her that he was trying to figure out if he should trust Hal or not, and she said asking that question already gives you the answer, which is true, but also, like, he doesn't know Hal enough. He doesn't, I guess, want to know Hal like that yet, so he doesn't have that, like, at the forefront of his mind to worry about, to be concerned about. So in the same moment of, like, yeah, I don't trust Hal, I mean, what have they done truly, like, together, teamwork wise, or working together? They didn't tell John that when you got Hal as a mentor, he was gonna love it and he was gonna enjoy it. They just put you with him because they want you to succeed him eventually, knowing that his time should be up here soon. But he's middle-aged, but what does that mean for the Lantern? How long do they stay lanterns, truthfully? So one of those moments where, like, you kind of see the disdain in his heart, because he's more like, I don't know anything, me and Hal are not close, talking to Anton and whatever those aliens are around him when they're in the building talking to John. And he's just like, so you guys really must not be from here. That's not your first language, English, because he's just like, yeah, he was like, you guys, he's like, our close is not that, we're not even close to that close. Like, I don't like him. I'm by him because I have to be, because of my close proximity to him. Yeah, those kind of words are like, okay, clearly you're not really what you guys want me to believe you are. But again, talking about the Manhunter, and then at the very end of the episode, seeing Sinestro, and him basically saying that if there's a Manhunter still alive, it would be the second greatest threat to Hal, behind, I'm assuming he's meaning John Stewart. And I'm saying, huh? Like, are they going to tell us what happens to a Lantern when they retire? Or does a Lantern get to retire? Or do they get excommunicated? Or expired or erased? I wonder what that significance means. And I thought Sinestro would be a bigger part of the story. Like, he would actually be, I don't know, important enough to be out there doing something, but I guess not. So yeah, next episode should probably give us more answers and insight about the Manhunters, and probably give us a little snippet about who or where the Manhunter who was hiding in Rushville is closer to, is associated with. So probably just unlocking more clues, but first 2 episodes, sensational. I'm loving it. You guys did great. Keep fucking going. Alright guys, this has been Midwest Brown Boy Chronicles. I'm your Midwest Brown Boy, Jalen Brownberg. Thank you for watching any of my videos. Like and subscribe. You guys come back. Have a good week. I'll talk to you guys next week. Peace and love always.